What's up, everybody? Skyboss here, and today we're going to discuss Lil Wayne's newest album, Funeral. Now, a brief history on that. Lil Wayne has been influential in the hip hop universe, in the hip hop game. The Carter 3. A lot of you probably grew up to that album. It was a worldwide success. It was mainstream success. Anybody growing up in the early, late 2000s, mid 2000s had to hear this album. Even I heard it growing up, and I didn't have the album, but I just heard different songs floating, on the radio, even, people playing it, whatever. Anyway, I've been meaning to do this, but I just haven't found time to sit down and review it, and plus, going into this album, I didn't want to, just judge it on, oh, he's trying to be like these new age dudes. But it took me a while to get used to the album. So anyway, the album's 24 songs long, an hour 16 minutes, running on almost 90 minutes. Again, almost like he did with the Carter 5, which was a great album, I might add. There was one stinker on there, and that was Problems. I had a problem with Problems. Get it? Anyway, since the Carter 5, Lil Wayne, I didn't expect much from Lil Wayne this go round, to be honest. I heard his playoffs, or whatever he did, concerning the playoffs a few weeks before the album dropped, and it was right around the time Music to Be Murdered By, a little bit after that came out. So when I heard that, and after I heard that, a couple weeks later, boom, this YouTube link shows up, Lil Wayne Mahogany, and I go to check to see if it's an album, because, of course, I'm not just going to sit there and bum out on an album because I didn't like a song. So, I'm not like that. I'm not prejudiced that way. I'm not prejudiced to the music genre, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get back to the subject. So, I heard Lil Wayne's Funeral. It took me several listens to get used to it. And honestly, it was better than I thought it was gonna be. And I mean, it was much better than I thought it was gonna be. For the first day, I was like, nah, this album's just, it sucks. I tried to get into it that first day, but then again, I couldn't get anything to hit me that day. Not even the hardest Eminem songs. And for those of you who know me, when I get irritated sometimes, I like to put different music on, like some aggressive Eminem, and it kind of gets that off my chest. So I tried to find everything that day, and it just would not. This anger would not go away. So the day after, I felt a little bit better. I was like, well, why don't I listen to this album again? And what do you know? It was way better than I thought it was. Now, mind you, this is not the Carter 3, so there are a few stinkers on here that Wayne could have done away with. Take Wild Dogs, for example. Wild Dogs was one of the least revisited songs that I came back to. And Know You Know. Given the fact that Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz have put out great crossovers in the past, I think they really could have done better on this song. I mean, Wayne shouldn't have used as much auto-tune as he did, but it's not the worst song on this album, which has to be the very next track, Wild Dogs. And let me tell you why I think Wild Dogs is very. And I'm not gonna say the song is very bad, because it does have a good beat. But that does not take away from Lil Wayne's auto-tune, repetitive, mumbling lyrics on this song. And Wild Dogs, as I said before, was one of my least revisited songs on this album. So, Nevermind. Nevermind was better than the songs I just mentioned, but it still did not live up to the expectation of some of the other songs on this LP. So, it's actually a pretty good album. Take away those few tracks. And, so I'm here to give my final verdict. This album, I mean, people are gonna say that it's bad, that it's horrible, that it's, Wayne's not at his best. I mean, of course, you're not gonna be as good as you was when you were in your 20s making music. But you can still put out great music. You can still put out dope jams. Eminem still does it, as I talked about on my review of his recent album. You can check that out. Just go to, when you click on this video, you just go to, you click the name of my channel, and all the videos should show up, because I'm trying to put as many videos on this channel. That way the fans of me on YouTube won't freak out, because I very rarely post anything on Red Theft Redemption. So, as I said, I'm trying to put more videos up on this channel so I can keep those satisfied. Anyway, I'm going to have to give this album a 7 out of 10. This album could have been better. However, I'm not going to say that it is a terrible album. It's not one of his best, but it's definitely not his worst. In my opinion, Rebirth was his worst. And it took several listens to get into this album, as I said before. However, I'm not going to judge that album by those songs. Be looking for several album reviews. Did you love this album? Did you hate it? What do you think about it in the comments? Be looking out for more reviews. I might put up a Metallica album review. I just got their first album on vinyl, so just be looking out for that. I got a Lauryn Hill review coming up. I got a Dr. Dre, Nas. And if you want to see more reviews of some of my albums, if you know what I like, and if you want me to, even if you want me to review some of your choices, let me know in the comments down below. And have a good day. Skyboss out.